Hi Stampers, this is Trevis. I know today's Sunday and I don't usually do videos on Sunday. However, I got back from Florida, just went on a family vacation to Navarre Beach, and I'm excited to be back in my stamp room. And so I thought, well, kind of had a cool idea. As I was going through my mail, I received a new magazine. It's called Veranda. I didn't subscribe to this magazine, but it does have some pretty cool pictures in it. And I started looking through it and I thought, there's some really cool inspirations in here. And so I thought maybe once in a while I would do, I'm not going to commit to a time frame, but I'm going to just call it inspiration everywhere, because sometimes when you're just out to lunch, you'll see somebody's clothes and you'll say, oh, I think I could stamp that, or that kind of looks like our colors and I like it together. So today I'm going to make a card. I'm just going to wing it. I hope it's not too long. And I'm going to use some inspiration from this magazine. So here's the inspiration that I tore out. Okay, can you see that? It's a door with a tree looking out to a tree. There's some little pots of some ferns. And as I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, kind of looks like something I could stamp. So let's give it a whirl. And obviously won't be exactly the same, but I have some stamps that I think will work. So let's get started and see how this goes. Okay, so the stamp set I'm going to use is, I'm going to use the dies, the window flower box dies. And I'm going to use the actual window that opens up. You can only see how much stuff I have out here. All right, here it is. So I'm going to use this, okay? And I cut this out of crumb cake cardstock, and I have it right here, okay? So I cut this out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim it down the center and make it like an opening window. All right, oops. Okay, so that's going to be, instead of a door, it's just going to be a window. Okay, so we're going to use that. And then for the tree, I'm going to use beautiful tree dies. I'm going to use this tree, and I pre-cut this. I do have my cut and emboss right here because I'm going to have to cut some things out. But I did cut this out of soft suede. Okay, so I have that pre-cut. And then, of course, I need leaves on the tree. So what I did was I used from Beauty of the, what's the name of this designer series paper? Beauty of the Earth. I used this paper, okay? And I did cut out the leaves for the tree. All right, so I have some pre-work done. Otherwise, I think I'd be here all day. So I'm just going to just poke, do a little poking here and poke these out. Okay. Now I think I will go ahead and add the leaves to the tree now. Maybe my adhesive wants to work with me. So yeah, I was gone to Florida for a week with my family. Get glue on there that I think I'm going to have to work off, but that's okay. I went with my husband and my daughter and son-in-law and their 3 boys. So it was so fun. Never been to Navarre Beach, and it was pretty crowded. We were kind of hoping it was not going to be as crowded as Destin, but it was crowded, so there you go. It's okay. We had our condos, and worked out great. Okay, so now I'm going to use some designer series paper, and this designer series paper is from Bloom Where You're Planted. Okay, so this paper on this side, doesn't that kind of look like paneling? I really like that, so I'm going to use that as my base of my card. So what I'm going to do now is I've got a piece of old olive, and this is 4 1/4 by 11. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. I'm not being too proactive here. I don't think I am. Okay, So I'm going to glue, well, let me see. I did score this, okay, because when you have your cardstock going lengthwise, you do probably need to do a little scoring ahead of time. This mere fact that this goes against the grain of the cardstock. So it's always helps to do a little pre-scoring. Now I can glue this on. Okay, just like that. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to cut this out. And I'm going to bring my cut and emboss up here. I think I should put this die away. Have you ever gotten out every die and then kind of freaked out thinking, I think all the dies are in there, freaked out thinking, oh my gosh, hope I don't lose any of these. Okay, so now I have my cut and emboss up here, and I'm going to go ahead, and the reason I'm going to cut this out is because I want the hole there so I can see through it, and then the tree will show through the hole. Okay, so I'm going to put that right there. Make sure it's straight, which it is not, because that will be noticeable. I think that's better. Okay, so I'm going to cut that out, and since I'm cutting through 2 pieces of cardstock, I'm going to go through twice. Okay. So now I have the hole there. Okay. And the reason for that is because when I close the card, I want to be able to see through it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my vanilla cardstock inside. I'm not using white because I could use white, and this is 3 3/4 by 5 as my liner. But I kind of want this tree. I mean, you're not going to see that much of the cardstock until you open it. Okay, so the tree is going to show through like that. Cool. I like it. Okay, now I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of this, just a little bit. And now when I close this, I want it to be about right there. Okay, so you're actually going to get the full beauty of the tree when you open it, but when you look through the window, you are going to see the tree just like in the inspiration. Okay, so now if this was the window and I had it open, it would open like that, which is what I want. So I'm going to put the glue. Now I'm going to use my silicone craft sheet, which I should have used before. Okay, are you going to work with me, glue? There we go. It said I sat here all week and you didn't use me, so I think I'm just going to hang out. Whoa. Did I do that wrong? No, I did it right. Yeah. Okay. Like, uh-oh. Put the glue on the wrong side, but I didn't. Okay, so I have the window opening. And now I have the window opening here. Funny thing is, the glue doesn't stick to the silicone pad, but it sure sticks to my fingers. So if I get any on me, ugh, so sticky. Okay, so there's that. Liking it, liking it, liking it. Okay. Now I want to do just a little pot of, because in the picture, remember, it had a tree and then it had these little pots of greenery. So now I'm going to stamp. Let's see. I don't want to make these too big and overwhelming. So So I think what I'm gonna do is just stamp one. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stamp one of the pots, the little one, on a piece of block. Okay, and I'm going to use soft suede for my pot. No, I might do more than one, so I'm going to do, well, let's just do one for now. Okay, and then I'm going to use Mossy Meadow. I'll clean this stamp. Man, it is so humid down in Florida. I mean, I thought St. Louis was humid, but oh, man, it's humid down there. And I mean, most of the time you're either at the beach or the pool, so you don't notice it so much, but oh my goodness, it's very humid. See how cute that is? I love it. Okay, so now I could cut that out with a die, but it's so easy to fussy cut. I think I'm just gonna fussy cut. I kind of like fussy cutting. I know I'm bizarre. A lot of people are like, what? But I kind of like to fussy cut. Not all the time, okay? Not something big, but something small, yes. So I hope you're having a good Father's Day. We are. We went to church this morning, and then I think we're gonna go get a pizza. That's what my husband wants to do, and I'm like, hey, I'm all over that. So I think we're gonna go get a pizza for dinner, and that'll be good. Okay, so now I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to put this like right here, and I'm gonna pop this up on a dimensional, just one dimensional. I don't even have to use a small one, right? Just gonna put this right here. Oops, be nice if I didn't do it crooked. Okay, and then I need a saying. And for the saying, I think I'm going to say, wishing our paths crossed a little more often. That's kind of cute. I like that one. Or my sweet friend. You know what? I used my paper that I was going to use for my saying. So now I have to get a little piece of vanilla cardstock. Hang on a second. And there's none up there, so hold on. I'm going to get it right here. And I think I'm going to do this in, I almost need a color, right? Seems like I need a color on here. I've got so much brown and green, and so I think I'm going to do wishing our paths crossed a little more often. Make sure that's straight, because that is not straight. We shall see if this is straight. There we go. I think that's better. I think I'm going to use Night of Navy. I think that'll be pretty on here. So I'm going to stamp this, wishing our paths crossed a little more often. Not perfectly straight. Probably could stamp that one more time and see if I could get it a little straighter. Yes, I like that better. Okay, so now I'm just going to trim this with my scissors. There's another weird thing I can do is pretty much do straight cutting. Again, a lot of people don't get that. Do a little fishtail at the end. Close my stamp pad. And do I need to pop? See, I've got sticky fingers. Everything's sticking to me. think I need to put this on a little piece of edging, to be honest. And you know why? Because I think it'll get lost on that plain cardstock. Okay, see how brown I am? This is like the tannest I've been, I think, maybe in years, because it was very sunny there, and we were either at the beach or the pool almost the whole time. When you have 3 little grandsons who love water and are very active, you are outside a lot, which is cool because that's why we went there, right? Wishing our paths crossed a little more often. Okay, I like it. So there is my Inspiration Everywhere card, and inside, I'll put a little more adhesive right here, is my tree. So this could even have been a Father's Day card, could have been a sympathy card. So today, it's just a wishing our paths crossed a little more often. So stay tuned, because I have another inspiration idea, and you're going to laugh when you see where I got this one. So that'll be my card I'll do in the future. But for today, we did the ad that I had, or the magazine photo. So thanks for watching today. Have a great Sunday. May you be blessed today and be a blessing to someone. Bye.